Hi, I'm Dog. Welcome back to Rehab in media res. Through the little mini map, I knew if you look at the mini map, there's a straight line kind of up and to the right. Look up in the top right corner. There's a mini map straight up and to the right of my red pointer. I'm pointing at it now. That's the stairway down from Fred Base Alpha. I saw these organic looking cavern systems, and so I wanted to come down here for one reason, just to kill you, punk. You feeling lucky, punk? Are ya? Are ya? Well, you're wrong. You're dead. You're dead. You're not lucky. You're dead. Or maybe for a punk like you, maybe that's a good... Yeah, it is lucky. You are lucky to be dead. I look like you're gonna be happy to be dead too. We got freaking zombie invasion going on. This was not planned. Unplanned. Unplanned, but this will give us some good old leather. Come on, get out of the fire before your drops burn up. Man, you guys have been hanging around for a while. Don't what a waste of dead flesh, rotten flesh. What a waste of your rotten flesh. This is what I want. You see, Bat? Oh, Bat, you my buddy. Come here, Bat buddies. Bat buddies. Come back. Come back. You are our key to success. Troll Bat. Bat troll. Bat troll. I've noticed something about ores. Come back. Yes. Bat buddy, you will live in immortality from now on, which pretty much what immortality means. We can now morph to bat and fly. We can fly. We can be free. I believe I can fly. In fact, I know it. I don't know about touching this guy. It'd be kind of impossible. There's another punk. The punk wants a dose of the sword. Dose of steel. You. Alright. Boom. Boom shakalaka. You gotta just fight each other. This could be actually bad. But not. Sure, I'm glad I went up to diamond armor. That kind of saved our bacons. Okay, so we had a lot of mobs have been building up down here, and I don't think there's anything magic. Just I think it's just been dark under our place for a long time. These caverns have been here since we've been in rehab, and before, in fact, they date from prehistoric times. And there's likely no spawners and nothing surprising down here, just darkness, which is the ultimate spawner. It's like compound interest. Time is the ultimate spawner of all things magical and deadly. Oh man, really don't want to mess with you, dude. Kind of weird. Okay, well, this area, yeah, should be lighted except for these things. Except for where it's not. Alright, let's take care of lighting this up. I was gonna say, I've noticed a complete lack of new ores. That's gotta be a bug, because those guys, the water elementals, don't do any harm. They just push you around. And the reason, this is lovely, because this is lots of books. Copper, tin, and Certus quartz. Although we need those things, they seem to be the only non... oh, hey, Andy. Oh, scheiße. Oh, frack. Get us out of here. We need to get protection. So bad on our valley. Give me some blocks. Get me blocked up in here. So it's like, whew. Okay, we're okay. Whew. Yeah, I hear you. Stop being a wiener. Oh man, pincushion dog. Okay, dog. Oh, the music. I was saying something. Select and boom. Oh yeah, the magic. The moment the magic happens. I believe I can fly. I know I can fly now, baby. Good. It's gonna save us from a lot of troubles. Where you at? You want a piece of this? A piece of this? Bad dog. Who doesn't want a piece of this bad dog? Where you at? Are you on the surface? Are you being scared? Yeah, I see you, dude. Yes. Give me your pearl. I want your hat. Oh, so that circled around and took care of that darkness. So clearing that darkness cleared that darkness. Oh yeah. Thank you, bat friend. But we already got. Thanks, guys. But this. So ores. Okay, good. Where are you guys coming from? Where are you coming from? See, you hear the smack smack, but you never, they never do any damage. There we go. We'll just take this out of temporary construction here. If we get in trouble, we can run into that corner right there. Yeah, so those water elementals don't cause any physical harm, unlike all the other elemental counterparts I'm aware of. The mana elemental causes physical pain, as well as the fire elemental does. Water elemental does not. I don't know that I've seen an earth elemental to know if there is such a thing. Good. Oh, that's got to be painful for you. What those sparkly things were that fell? Coal, iron, copper, tin, and Certus quartz. The Certus quartz is added by applied energistics. The tin and copper come from thermal expansion, as you see in the Wayla pop-up tooltips. See ya. We'll get these as soon as we start getting some stuff armored up, powered up, leveled up, enchanted up. That's the word I'm looking for. We'll start taking these things out a little bit more easily. And this part of the game will become easier, which is good, because there's a big part of Feed the Beast that's not easy and never will be easy, and that's the need for massive amounts of materials. Ah, what's this? Oh, there's a... What in the world? There was some kind of farming happening up here. Oh, this is, wow. This was blocked in. Right here, okay. Cool. Which way? Back to Fred Base. Here we go, Fred Base. So, what I was trying to say about the ores is that there have been no other ores besides copper, tin, and Certus. And they're going to be important, but but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and output. And will you go ahead and input? There we go. And then output into that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So one of the things I was doing while you were gone, welcome back to Rehab, folks. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back here with me at Fred Base for take a deep breath, because you're back in rehab and it feels good. And I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. I can catch you up on Wool of Bat, Creeper Head, Zombie Head, and all the other wonderful things happening today. Basically, I have I created more barrels, more jungle wood barrels, jungle wood barrels that factorization brings in. It's very helpful. These barrels only store one item, but they will store an entire stack of stacks of that item, 64 stacks of 64. And so it takes a lot of pressure off your other storage systems. You know, chests will store everything, but 64 stacks in a chest is that more than a chest holds, or is that what a chest does hold? I don't even know. But so, and when you get to applied energistics, it gets even more pronounced. The computer storage, because having, you know, your storage space is very pricey to get your disks, 4K storage and so forth. Oh, let me turn off that mini map is jittery. It keeps trying to go to cave mode and back. And so the barrels are very helpful to take a lot of pressure off of your storage. Also, I like them because they give a nice visual clue to what you got, to what I got, what we got. So I think that collected some more jungle wood for the barrels, made a few trips out, moved the harvester. It's out there now. Moved it a few times. Made a trip to Fred Base Beta, and I, as you saw in the little brief clips, the interludes, Fred Base Beta does not connect. The portals don't. I can't create a separate portal for Fred Base Beta. They all connect. Every time I create a portal, I created 2 of them at Fred Base Beta. One at the top and one down in the basement, and they both connected back to this. So if I'm over there at Fred Base Beta and I want to get back here immediately, I just go through the portal there. The problem is that works great on the return trip, but I still have to go by boat to Fred Base Beta. And maybe it won't hurt us to keep going, you know, to go a few more times out to Fred Base Beta. And gosh, I didn't even mean to record today. This is the same day that I recorded and was talking about tutoring John with his geometry. And I usually need a good refresh of the brain before I record another episode of Rehab. So I did not plan or expect to record another episode today. So I think what I'll do, but while I was down caving in the basement, I wanted you to share in whatever happened down there, and it got pretty exciting. I think what I'll do, also, I created this little ladder and trapdoor to give us a quick way out. Oh, bat mode. Woo. Oh, wow. Here we go. Wow. Why is... Oh, that's down one level. So the harvester is cranking away. And we're going to have to get out of this chunk to find anything beyond copper and tin and Certus quartz, and then the iron and coal. So let's get a few stacks of dirt. Whoops. Sorry about that. And yeah, good. And let's close that, because we might be out flying. Now that we can fly, the pressure is off everything basically. Bat modes just enables everything. So I guess in terms of rehab, I need a few, a day or two off myself to refocus back on the lessons of rehab. I will tell you this, but we can at least talk about the mechanical aspects of living and optimizing our living space, and making it beautiful. That's what I should focus on today. But I can tell you this. So, as you know, I tutored John. We talked about that. And Thursday, Friday, and today. So I've seen him 3 days now. And I've learned that he's really good with math, but he's really struggling with Du Maurier's novel, Rebecca. And the only reason I can imagine a high school instructor would assign freshmen to read Rebecca, beyond being a little bit, maybe perhaps not understanding what it's a complex topic. While I have no particular problem reading Gothic work like this, it smacks heavily of a feminist ideology, which I think a good dose of feminist ideology is good, in the sense of, as I told John, talking about power structure. Feminism is all about power structures. Who has the power and who wants the power? And in feminist works like Rebecca, it's not necessarily overtly about, oh, this guy's got all the power, it sucks. It's not like that. It's like how does a human being cope with another human being having all the power? You see a lot of the same ideology, and when you think about slavery, our nation's terrible experiment with slavery. Well, some people would say it's an ongoing experiment with slavery of other cultures. In fact, I would not disagree with that. But yeah, feminism is all about the rhetoric of power. And that's what I told John. I said, just look at who has power and who doesn't have power, and how does the people who are disempowered and unempowered, how do they go about trying to arrogate power to themselves? How do they go about obtaining power? And for what do they do with it once they get it, if they get it? And anyway, it's that's one way. What John needed was simply a lens with which to view Rebecca, and to find and try to make it interesting to himself. And so I'm trying to give him little lenses with which to view the work. And frankly, I told him it would give him brownie points with his teacher if she's is big into feminist power structures, and interested in teasing out the power structures. And even if she's not, it'll make for a good paper, talking about power structures. And he was really good. I was like, I printed off, you familiar with Spark Notes? And he was like, no. I said, well, okay, good. I said, there's some spoilers here. I printed this off for you, and you're welcome to it, but there are spoilers. He was like, I'd rather just read the book, and then we'll talk about it. I was like, okay. And inside I was like, that is awesome, because that's the way to be. Read the book, make your own conclusions, and then hear what other people have to say, and think about that. Beautiful. Okay, we got some creeper craters patched, and let's just do a flyover. Let's do a flyover of stuff. Something I never could do before: fly to the moon. As you probably know, I'm sure you know this, if you've asked yourself, where did all this material come from? I guess the first question is, why in the world did Dog do this? Secondly is, that's so derpy. And thirdly is, where did this material come from in a non-creative survival world? And, well, if you think about it for a minute, you'll know the material came from what I was doing over at Fred-Based Beta. So let's do a quick reminder of what's happening at Fred-Based Beta. A flyover would be helpful. Also, what is all this? Let's discover some lost structures out here while we're at it. Lava. I seem to remember lava. Oh, this is the ceiling of this place. And I haven't yet remembered what this place was intended to be. It'll come to me though. It usually comes to me. Here's a creeper crater. We don't have a whole lot of dirt left, but we got a little bit. Yesterday it was good to get back to tutoring today, and I think I mentioned that the only price I asked was that they continue to pay my meals, and that's about, in barter terms, about $10 worth. You know, it cost me $10 to have the meal I had today, and the average tutoring rate is $20 an hour, and we spend probably an hour to hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. So there's a boat. So I guess I could charge him $20 an hour, which would be the meal. I could charge a little bit more. They could pay me a 20 or a 10 cash in addition to what I do, and that would be fine. But I'm really okay with what I'm doing. I purely enjoy. It's not a chore to me at all to hang out with and talk with John. It's something I really, really enjoy. You know, it's a pleasure, and although I have no problem getting paid for enjoying it. It's the meal is enough. The meal is enough for me. Wow, that looks like it wants to be a witchwood biome now. I'm trying to point, but I got nothing to point with here. It looks like it wants to be a witchwood biome. In fact, let's do F3. It says witchwood forest. Yep, indeed. See on the bottom, the next to bottom line. I can't point it out to you, but the next to bottom line on the top left. Witchwood forest biome, the B: biome. Yeah. I don't like using F3. I just prefer enjoying the world, the environment that I'm born into here. And am I going the right way? I think I am. Hope I am. Yes, there's the Great Wall. I was asking myself and trying to figure out what is this little offshoot tunnel. And I think it was to run out here and get water for an infinite water source, but don't know. Maybe that was before I realized about infinite water sources. I don't know. The tunnel. This was a massive work for me. You know, I'm thinking about this, and I've talked to you about my. Oh, this is an offshoot. There's something. Is this where the? Oh, there's something under here. What's under here? Grinder, spawner. Question. Wow, something massive. But I don't see any evidence of a spawner. Maybe this is not where it was. Definitely a cavern system. Oh, cavern system. Here it was. Here it was. A spawner, and I took out the spawner. Yep. But I saved the mossy cobble. That waterfall was my problem. I was coming down through here, and creepers got me. I died many times trying to get down to that spawner because I kept hearing zombie noises up here. In fact, when I was making the base, I kept having zombie invasions. And it took me a long time to get that fixed and corrected. We'll zoom over to Fred Base Beta. Just looking around to see if I see anything else.